Hey everybody, just want to do a really quick video here just to give you my initial thoughts on everything going on. I'm in a hotel room in Idaho. I was at an event in Texas last night when news broke that Ruth Bader Ginsburg had passed away. Of course, when anybody passes away, especially someone with such a long career, it's sad and you should always pray for the family. But I'm not here to talk about, her life or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about my initial thoughts when all of this went down. I have been saying for the last 3 years, people have asked me, Candace, why are you so optimistic about America? How do you keep fighting? How do you deal with so much hate? When you look outside and you see all of the rioting, the looting, the protesting, it can feel like America is in a really bad place. But I have always just felt this tremendous positivity, like just this certainty, almost like a spirit moving through America where I just knew things were going to be okay. Like there was a miracle in Trump winning the election with everybody stacked against him. The Republican Party was stacked against him. The media was stacked against him. This man should not have won the election. He just should not have. By any reasonable metric, you would not have thought that Trump would win the election. The polls were stacked against him, telling people it was impossible for him to win, and Trump won. So it was a God thing, right? So I have always felt when I got into this, like I am not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be where I am. But I think that for the fight, give me 1 second so I can hang this. I think that for the fight that America is in right now, God picks his soldiers, and sometimes it can be the most unlikely people. I think no one would have ever thought that God would pick Donald J. Trump to be president of the United States, but it had to be him. It had to be at that time because we were going to lose America to the Marxist left. And the positivity that I have felt for the past 3 years has largely come from the fact that I realize that conservatives are on the side of God, right? When you are talking about Marxism, you are literally talking about an ideology that does not believe in God. Karl Marx did not believe in God. They routinely dismissed faith. People that took on that ideology, right? If you talk about Lenin, you talk about Stalin, faith was not allowed in their communities because they wanted to make sure they were fostering a community of narcissistic, atheistic individuals that believed in nothing but the government. They wanted the government to replace God. And we have seen this push in America. So we're seeing it up front. You can't say Merry Christmas anymore when Barack Obama was president, sort of started with all of that stuff. They're taking away the Pledge of Allegiance in school. Every step of what they have tried to do over the last 4 years has been a way to erase Americanism, which obviously is rooted in Judeo-Christian values, right? And to undo any belief that people have in the institutions that we hold dear, faith and family being number one. Who is the author of lies and deception? Satan, right? When you're sitting here in a society and people are telling you that women can be men and men can be women and there are no rules and you can do what you want and you can destroy somebody else's property, right? All of these are lies, all of these are deceptions, and all of these all of these ideologies belong to Satan. I mean, that's really what it's about. And we've seen this increasing push. Oh, now congressmen don't want to swear in on the Bible. They don't want to use the word God. They don't want to be offensive. They keep saying it's offensive. This attack on Christianity, mocking Mike Pence, making it a thing for Joy Behar to be on The View and laughing at Christians, laughing at people that believe in something else other than Hollywood idols, right? Idolatry in Hollywood has reached an all-time peak. And people that are Christian know how much the Bible speaks against idolatry. And I always say this because I know a lot of my followers may not be religious. You don't have to be religious to read the Bible. You don't have to be religious, like to read something and know it's true. You don't have to be a mathematician to accept that 2 + 2 = 4. And there is just so much good and so much righteousness when you read the Bible. And there's just consistently this theme of why idolatry is a sin. Idolatry is a sin. And now we have, as a part of this, like push towards Marxism, idols, Hollywood idols coming out, the Taylor Swift, we all thought was a nice girl, saying she's going to use her resources to fight Republicans in every way and to get people who follow her blindly, little girls, to follow her and to fight for Democrats and against Trump. I mean, every celebrity has done this and used their platform, LeBron James, but this is why you suddenly have an understanding when you're older that these people who you may appreciate as athletes, who you may appreciate as singers, who you may appreciate as rappers, you cannot idolize. So I just, when I saw this news and I saw the timing of it, I just thought, God's timing is always perfect. And that I think we all know that this is going to be a dogfight, this election. I think they have been planning this mail-in ballot scam since the first COVID-19 lockdown, everything, everyone wear a mask, even if it doesn't make sense. The protesters, they say, are okay. People going to work is not okay. This fear mongering, the death ticker, all of this stuff, using fear as a mechanism to control Americans. And I've said it since February. I said, this is all going to be about the election. This is my opinion, by the way. Let me say that because Facebook will fact check and censor this. You cannot fact check an opinion. In my opinion, the entire COVID-19 hysteria was about making Americans fearful to step outside and cast a ballot so that they could then just completely control this election with mail-in ballots. In my opinion, Facebook fact checkers. And we're seeing that because now they're saying, oh, okay, nobody's dying, but look at the infection rate, it's going up. Yeah, these people are asymptomatic, but they still have it. Okay, but no one's dying, but you might lose your sense of smell. Oh, kids are dying at less of a rate. The study came out, which I shared, less of a rate from COVID-19. They're 10 times more likely to die from the flu. We've never shut down schools or made children wear masks for the flu season, but they're doing that now. So this is all about like the psychology of fear, and what it can make people do and what it'll make people subscribe to. And the mail-in ballots, to me, especially when that news station came out and said their models are showing that on the night of election, Trump will win in a landslide, but it'll be a red mirage. And then when they go and count the mail-in ballots, they're going to realize Joe Biden won. They knew they were going to do this. They knew, and you already got Mark Zuckerberg, technology people in the Silicon Valley. Oh yeah, we're just trying to get people ready for the fact that this election night won't be decided on election night, which means they're going to try to push through their candidates. They're hiding Joe Biden, okay? Hiding Joe Biden in a basement because it creates an illusion like he's got all these followers. I don't think Joe Biden can sell out a cafeteria, a high school cafeteria of people. It was just like Hillary Clinton. There was never a big following behind her. And if anybody had two eyes, they could see she wasn't going to win. Trump is traveling around. He is selling out arenas. And Joe Biden is not doing that right now. And he's going, it's because of COVID-19. I'm just trying to stay safe. No, where are your crowds? If the race is this close, where are your crowds? The race is not close. The race is not close at all. Americans have woken up to the scam of the Democrat Party. So they are right now trying to create an illusion like this race is tight so they can rush in some mail-in ballots. In my opinion, Facebook, in my opinion, right? None of it makes any sense. They're already saying he shouldn't have to do debates. He shouldn't have to do this, all of these things because they know that he's completely incompetent and he has no one following him. And yet they're trying to make people think this race is tighter than it is. What were they going to do with the mail-in ballots? They were going to take this election, they were going to contest this election, and it's going to go all the way up to the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court. So what happens now? Let's see. Honestly, obviously, the Republicans will try to push through a nominee. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter even if they don't because the courts are stacked in our favor right now. She cannot vote. Unfortunately, they have lost a vote. And I know people were concerned about Justice Roberts, but that vote wouldn't matter. We have conservatives, we have people that will fight tooth and nail to protect the Constitution. Trump is going to get a third pick. And it doesn't matter if that comes post-election or if it comes right now, because the courts are conservative. America is saved. So what you can expect now is the last squeals of a dying animal. You've already seen AOC on Instagram telling people to get radical, as if they haven't been radical this entire year. You can expect more destruction, more burning down, more looting, more rioting. But in the end, we win. Because nobody's ever won against God. That's why it's that simple. You cannot beat God. Who's ever gone up against God and won? Who's ever proudly gone, said, I don't like God, and they won in life. You know what I mean? So I hope the rest of you realize that what we have been in for the last few years is a spiritual battle for our nation. And every single person who has been a part of that or has been awakened like me, even the timing of my book, 100,000 copies sold in 24 hours. I mean, I'm sitting under Barack Obama's book. I'm not supposed to exist. Black conservatives are not allowed to have a voice. Black conservatives are not allowed to be successful. That's why Amazon only ordered 90,000 copies, because they never thought I would sell more than 90,000 books over a year. I sold out in 24 hours from the Amazon stock. And it's just because something's changing, because God put me in the place that he needed me to be in and gave me the platform that he needed and gave me the strength through everybody here that follows me and has been in this fight with me, because I would not exist without you guys. It's not me buying my own books. It's not me leaving the comments and giving me the platform that I have. It's every single person in America right now that's uniting for righteousness. So I just wanted to leave this to inspire you all, to tell you to stand firm, to speak out, to speak up, and to realize that we're close to the end of this thing and it's going to get a lot uglier. But I mean, we're on the side of God, and that's really all I can say. For those of you that are commenting that you have the book on back order, you can get it from Barnes & Noble, or you can go into any store, any bookstore locally. My book is on sale. It's great. We have sold over 120,000 copies, which is amazing. I love you all. It's been amazing. And don't forget that if you want to get your copy that you already have signed, you can go to CandaceOwens.com and purchase the book plate, which you can paste in it, that I've been signing for the last, I feel like, 100 years. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I love America. I love Trump. I love everything that is happening right now in this country. We are winning an ideological civil war. Much love to you all.